else? What else? What else? Right. There is that dude shooting magic at me up there. There's also these cool elevators that I guess I should just... Yep. Nailed it. Those go back to Firelink. I don't want to go back to Firelink just yet. But you do need to activate them in order to access them, obviously. So... just finesse that a little bit. Ow. Okay, you're down. Be careful in this next hallway. This next hallway is a little narrow, and although it appears as if there's just a channeler there, that's what that guy's called, you get a bunch of hollows thrown at you, like so, which can quickly devolve into a mess, given that they tend to swing wildly. Let me try this. That actually works pretty well. I've never actually tried that before. That's the first time I've experimented with such a thing. Normally, I would just kind of go for, like, wide swings, or not wide swings, but, like, forward swings. And try and stab as many of them in a row as possible. I don't think I've ever used a firebomb like that before, though. I may have used it for, like, fun. Never actually in combat. Oh. Are you alive? He's alive. Well, that's just straight up magic. Depending on the shield, you will take reduced damage if you try and block, like, magic or miracles or pyromancy. Some shields will block all of a certain type of damage, like this one stops all physical, or at least it should, as long as you have enough endurance. But it does not stop all magical-based attacks. Let's just put it that way, because there's different types of magic. Yeah, there's a lot of systems, or not a lot of systems, but you have options. Let's just put it that way. Let me take care of this guy. Oh, don't take a sippy. You didn't drop anything. This is obviously in the wall. First, there's this dude in a barrel. He's clearly dead, but he also has an item. Delicious, delicious item. Going up here, we encounter this fellow in a jail cell.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse. Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this. And I guarantee a reward. Only later. Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I've just been freed. Allow me some time. I am free. Now, I can get back to work.
Super trustworthy fellow. He seems like a nice guy, right? Yeah. He's not gonna, give us any trouble. Even said will reward us. Hold him to his word. He's a knight. Knights are chivalrous. Right, enough of that. I think there's another item in here. Yep, right there on the edge. It's a large soul. Those are just soul bundles, essentially. So, large soul of an undead, of a nameless soldier. Obviously, the bigger the icon, the more souls you get, and the fancier the name. Coming up here are the bosses of the undead parish, and the guardians of one of two Bells of Awakening. And because I'm human, I can summon my buddy here, Knight Solaire. Now, I know some people may be decrying the fact that I'm not doing this solo like a real gamer. To that I say, Solaire, though, how can you resist this man? Look at him. Praise the sun, bro. And I'm going to go ahead, and I did not... Oh, there it is. Let me equip this. Bosses do have elemental weaknesses. I'll pop it here. Imbues your weapon with lightning. Old pine resin does. Gargoyles happen to hate lightning. Check out his tail. It's an axe. Oof. And you can chop it off for that very axe. Not having a good time, huh, buddy? Staggered him, actually. Yeah, the second one joins the fight now, but should be manageable. Yep. The first one's down. I don't think the second one has a tail to cut off. No, he does not. He's a stubby. Yeah. Gold pine resin and Solaire make that fight really simple. I think maybe the gold pine resin more than anything, though, because it just does ridiculous amounts of damage. Like, just, again, this is an unenhanced lane longsword. So, you know. Elemental weaknesses? They're pretty helpful. What each boss's elemental weakness is, you kind of have to figure that out. Some are weak to sorcery, some are weak to lightning, faith, some are weak to pyromancy. I don't remember off the top of my head what all of them are. I've played this game enough times to know that the gargoyles are weak to lightning. So that's one of two bells. The other one is in Blighttown. Fun little fact, if you haven't played this game before or just never heard it, when you're playing online, I think, and you happen to be in these areas, you can hear the bells ringing when other players get to them for the first time.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Karim, the Palm. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess? For indeed all sin is my domain.
Here is the famous emote or gesture that most people have probably seen because of a certain legend. So this guy handles... He's got some rings. He's got a couple items here that are used for PvP stuff. He also handles karma/sins in this game. Like, if you kill certain NPCs or you attack certain NPCs and you didn't mean to, you come running to this guy and request absolution, and all your misdoings are forgiven.
Stopping our windows. How honorable of you.
Of course, aside from real major mistakes or decisions that you may make. What was I gonna do? I don't have anything here. Oh yeah, so the gargoyle tail axe. It's a funny weapon. Those are resistances, by the way. Let me see if I can show it properly here. Yeah, it kind of bends when it swings because, you know, it's a tail. Funny looking weapon, ain't it? The other thing that you can get from the Bell Gargoyles is the Bell Gargoyle helmet. It's just a helmet with, you know, modeled after what they're wearing, obviously. It's not particularly great, but, you know, if you're collecting all the items, just keep that one in mind. There is another chance to get it somewhere. I don't know if that chance is farmable. I don't think it's farmable. But, you know, it's not one and done. Now, I did open up this. I think this is the right side to be on. It might actually be the other side. Yeah, it's absolutely the other side. Okay. I'll just wait for that to come down. In the meantime, I will grab this Soul of a Lost Undead. And just kind of push myself against this, and there we go. Oh dear. I don't know if I can make that in my current state. I should be able to. Oh, I don't like that. That's too slippery. There are some items up here. That's what I'm getting at. Well, there's actually more than just a couple items. Yeah, I flipped that real bad. I'll get to that in a minute. Might just want to spend my souls first. The graveyard is down there. You know, all those spooky, scary skeletons just hanging out. And, I don't want to be there right now. There's the crow. Something's sleeping. It's not the crow. I'll tell you that. Soul of a Lost Undead. Hey, buddy. So those Bells of Awakening, huh?
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide. Don't you ever think to forge your weapons? You'd better find a smith box soon, unless you enjoy swinging about with blunt instruments.
So he's actually kind of impressed. But, you know, he won't say that. Little baka. Alright, couple more levels here. Resistance is kind of useless. Oh, level 20, 15 vitality. Endurance is kind of an important stat. That's that green bar. Also affects your equipment weight, because yes, you do have equipment weight.
Ah, hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it. I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now.
Very friendly.
You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
Rude. And there's a girl here. No response. She cannot speak. Reinforce Estus Flask. Right. Well. If I recall correctly about that. So I picked up an item before. It is a consumable. Firekeeper Soul. Boosts power of Estus Flask. Soul of a long-lost Firekeeper. Each Firekeeper is a corporeal manifestation of her bonfire, and a draw for the humanity which is offered to her. Her soul is gnawed by infinite humanity, and can boost the power of precious Estus Flasks. It can be used to gain humanity and restore HP at the cost of losing the Firekeeper's soul to reinforce the Estus flasks. So it is a humanity / HP restoration item, but more importantly, it can be used to upgrade your Estus flask. And upgrading your Estus flask obviously means you heal for more with each sip. More importantly, that is the soul of a Firekeeper, which means that that body on the altar belonged to a Firekeeper.
Oh, hello. I will teach you miracles. Come again.
That's what I mean about a lot of Dark Souls lore being kind of hidden in like item descriptions and flavor text and stuff. Like the game isn't exactly like super cryptic about things, but it also doesn't spell it all out for you right away. You have to do a little bit of digging if you want, you know, if you would like to know more. Anyway, now that I'm up here, there is that item up there, but also this pathway here. Oh, look at that. The Undead Asylum. So, the Asylum is a little, different from your first journey through it. The enemies are a little tougher, as I lose more than half my health. But there's also some goodies here. It's actually kind of advised to wait a little bit before revisiting the Asylum because of the fact that it's a lot harder. But I'm feeling dangerous, or gutsy. I live life dangerously. I can throw firebombs. You can see those hollows are taking 20 damage from a regular sword swing, and that ain't gonna cut it. But I'm gonna see what I can do. Let's not go there. So what's new? What's new? Oh. There's this bonfire here. This was here before. So that's not new. There is a Black Knight just chilling at the end of this hallway. And he's a little beefy. It's gonna take a hot minute to take him down, because my weapons kind of suck right now, but we'll whittle him down. He is unfortunately quite parryable. The Great Sword Black Knights are the ones that I have the easiest time parrying, because they have a lot of wind up in their swing. Oh, you know. Okay, so I was talking about earlier that there were some different systems in Souls. You have your Vitality, which is obviously your health. Endurance, which is your stamina. You have Attunement, which affects the number of spell slots you have. Intelligence is your sorcery stat. Sorcery is your, you know, default magic. Black magic, if you will. No, your soul arrows, all the blue-looking spells are sorcery. There's pyromancy, which doesn't require any sort of... Well, I think it requires maybe a little bit of intelligence and other stats, but it actually scales up with dexterity. And it only requires you to have a pyromancy flame equipped in one of your hands. Yeah, all of the magic types require you to have the proper catalyst in your offhand or your main hand, depending on, you know, how you're rolling. If you're, you know, playing a wizard type, you're gonna probably be carrying a catalyst in your main hand and maybe a shield in the other, or, you know, a sword, depending on what your build is like. but it's usually catalysts for sorcery, talismans for faith, and then the pyromancy flame for pyromancy. Yeah, pyromancy is dexterity based. Black Knight sword, red Titanite chunk. And then there's faith, which is, I mean, miracles, which are faith based, and that's a lot of the lightning spells, the healing spells. So it's your white magic, if you will. Hey, buddy, I'm back. Oh, hey. So remember when he said something about not wanting to hurt us after dying? Well, this is what he meant. He's kind of mindless at this point. These NPCs do have names, like the Crestfallen Warrior before. This is, I believe, Oscar of Astora. He is the knight that frees you, obviously, in the beginning of the game. And he was also on a pilgrimage, you know, the whole chosen undead thing. But he has failed in his mission, and now he is no better than a hollow. Attacking anything that isn't another hollow. I don't remember what he drops. I think he drops the crest shield. Sorry, buddy. Oh, can't parry a kick. And parry that sword swipe, though. Yeah, backstabs are a lot easier to fish for than a parry. And I'll be honest, I'm not really good at parrying. I'm actually being a little gutsy right now. And parries and backstabs can be affected by height, elevation differences. Yeah, see, like, that was just a complete flub. I'm actually gonna back off here for a second. I'm gonna bait a swing out of him. This is gonna hurt. Come on. Come on. Like, that wide swing is absolutely readable. Ooh. And that should do it. Yep, that's the crest shield. If memory serves, the crest shield is good at deflecting magic. Yes, it does 80% magic resistance. It has 100% physical reduction, but it has slightly lower stability and it's weak to fire. But it does help with lightning, so I'm actually gonna toss this on. I think it's a little heavier than the Knight Shield. Is it? Let me just compare that real quick. No, it's lighter. Yeah, it has a weight of 3 compared to a weight of 5. And a stability of 55. So for like almost half the weight, you lose 1 point of stability. So it's actually not a bad trade. And it's good at blocking magic. So hey, win-win. What else is there in the Undead Asylum? There is a door that I think you could not access the first time around, no matter what. I don't know if... Crap. I forgot that was still a thing the second time around. The tutorial messages are still here in case you want to review them. They don't go away. They never go away. Two. This man's still here. Now there's 2 of these guys. Okay. That's one. Didn't think I'd actually get that. Yeah, it's locked. Okay, so that indicates to me that I do have to do this. And for safety, I'm gonna tag the bonfire. You might be wondering, safety from what? Oh, you'll see. There's enemies nearby, so I can't rest at the bonfire. Those. Pop another point into vitality, a little more health. Never hurt anyone. Stay healthy, stay strong. Bonk. Got him. I'm just gonna waltz over here. Oh, look at that. So some of you might have heard some stomping around earlier, even after I finished off the Asylum Demon. Yeah, that's this guy. And this is another reason why the crest shield is nice. That's two. We might be here for a hot minute. Get comfortable.